Let's use crimson. Which one is crimson? That's the real question. That one's crimson. This is not crimson. That's brown. Tap it in. Put this in the middle. Just get like a pink hue behind the mountains. I found that looks kind of nice. And this will be loosely based on some episode of Bob Ross that I saw at one point. I don't know which one exactly. So, do that, and then we'll Prussian blue if they will, let's see if they will. This liquid white works so much better than... I'm not saying that the mixture that I made before was bad with the gel, but this just works radically different. It blends so much easier. And it just works. There we go. Some type of clouds here. Also like having this desk here. It makes it easier to set my palette on. Okay. Got some static on my own. Alright. I'm gonna wipe this one off and do the mountains now. And I have the mountain mixture. So I'm just gonna use that. That's just normally crimson, blue, a little brown, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. That's this one. Let's put one over here. Point to the top. A little bit more. I'm not used to using this little paint here. I'm used to the smaller canvases. Okay. Something like this. Grab the bigger brush, one that I used before. Place it up here. Put it down. Grab another one up on this corner. And then over here I might pull this down too. But we can always change this, so maybe we want it to come this way. And a little bit down here. Something like this. There we go. Little background mountains. I hope you can see this. I don't know if I need to move the camera closer. It's on its own little table there, so I don't bump it like I was doing before. I hope it's in a good enough position where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to use white and a little bit of red. Like so. Little roll of paint, as they say. Go. There's a hair. Don't want that. Okay, grab a little more. Do this one. Oh no, come in touch this one up just a smidge. And grab the rest and throw that in down here. There we go. Then I'll wipe this off. Mix up a little. Let's do Prussian blue. Prussian blue and maybe a little bit of red in there. Maybe these two mostly. And then a lot of white. Mix this up. Something like that. Alright, my hands are a little shaky because I've been not eating lunch. I should have got lunch before I did this. Okay. That's okay. I can grab something to eat afterwards. Okay. So, now we just do the tap. And pull up. This one's farther in the background, so it's just kind of there. Alright, we'll do another one. Over here, and do another big one over here. This one will be a little bit bigger. And when I say a little, I'll make it very big. Something like that. Very big mountain here. Maybe we'll do another little tiny one up in front here. There we go. That's good. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Gotta wipe the palette knife off. And do the same thing that I just did on the big one. This brush. Or was it this one? Can't remember, but should be fine if either one. Alright, we have to be careful with this. Try and pull down that way. Do that. Let's do this one real quick here. And I'll just try and give them a little bit of shape before I go in. Start fixing it up. Trying to get an idea of the shape before I go too far in. And you can always change it. It's not very hard. Okay. Probably need new paper towels after this one. Okay, we'll do the same type of thing with the white. Look how far this piece of titanium white has moved. Why is he moving? He shouldn't be moving. A little bit of red. A little bit. pretty big mountain, so we're gonna need a good bit of this. Okay. Wipe this off one more time. Well, that's way too much. Still way too much. Oh, that's good. Okay. There we go. Nice. Everyone says a little bit of pressure here, tiny bit of pressure. But I just kind of wait for the paint to stick and then pull. I can't think about the pressure because I always mess it up when I do that. So I just let the paint stick and then pull and hope for the best. See, that one didn't stick. That one did not stick. Alright, let's do this little one here before I forget. Okay. Let's fix this one up just a little bit here. And then I'll just throw in the shadow color there in the middles. Oh. For some reason my live video went backwards in time. So I was still painting the left one. I got confused. Alright. Let's use this paint here that we scraped over. Grab this blue. And then just come in and highlight these mountain cliffs here. I don't want to change this one here. I'm going to pull them all the way through here. All the way through down here. And this one, don't forget them. Now, we can't just leave that area we went over like this. We got to come back over it and patch them up a little bit. Just a little bit. And it's not going to look super great because I didn't add in any dark colors, but hopefully it looks like another peak coming out in front. Something like this. There. Something like that. That's how easy it is to change things. Very, very easy. It's not like it's already dried and you're locked in. Change it to whatever you want. Okay. Now we're going to grab the same brush we used earlier. Blend it up. This one, especially back here, I want it to kind of go away completely. Okay. There we go. Some mountains. Okay. Now we're going to grab. Oh, what are we going to do next? Trees, maybe? Yeah, we could do trees. Evergreens. Very easy to make evergreens. We can use a fan brush. Big fan brush. Throw them in down this way. Gotta mix a color for that. Let's see. What do we want to mix? Excuse me, Van Dyke Brown. Run away. Van Dyke Brown decided to take a holiday. It is actually a holiday here in the summer. It's Labor Day. A lot of countries outside the U.S. have their Labor Day on the 1st of May. Alright, so that's phthalo green. And I'll take some black, throw that in there. Maybe a little bit of brown as well. A touch of it. That's a dark color. Very dark. Okay. Let's grab fan brush. Wiggle it around, pull. And then we'll just add them in. We'll start on the left and then go down. I have to make sure it's kind of sharp here, because otherwise it's going to look a little weird. Oh, there went the palette knife. He wanted to go on vacation too. Just keep wiggling and pulling. These are all brand new, so there are going to be a lot of little hairs that pop up. Just got to be cautious of that. But it's the same way with any time you get a new paintbrush. There's these little tiny hairs that aren't all the way locked in that come off while you're painting. That's pretty good. I'm just mashing out the bottoms, making sure the tops aren't oddly shaped. And any hairs we find, we pull away. I just have to make sure I'm on time. So I usually do this over my lunch break. That's when I do my streams. So I'm not skipping out on work or anything. Okay. Now, let's put in, I guess we can throw in some grass. Grassy areas or whatever we want. There's the yellow, it's runaway as well. Let's throw some cat yellow in here. I see the yellow ochre is deciding to run away too, so we can throw in some of that. Alright, let's put it in. How do we want to put this? I don't know. There's a lot of black on here, so it's going to be a little messy. Or not messy, but it's going to turn very dark green. And this isn't real cad yellow, so it's going to get blown away pretty fast. Let's throw some in over here too. Maybe just some type of valley here. And as I go down, it'll get darker because there's liquid black on there. Something like this. There we go. There's a little foreground for you. Well, not all of the foreground. I want to add in maybe a bigger tree or something. Somewhere. You gotta have a bravery test, you know? Maybe the big mountain was, but I don't think it was. Big mountains start you don't have to be that brave to do this. Let's do, maybe we'll put a bigger evergreen here on the left. I'll need more of this dark color because it's so far up front. So let's grab some brown, some type green, and a little bit of crimson. And some blue as well, Prussian blue. It's in a very dark green color, kind of to match the background. Use that same fan brush that we used earlier. Wiggle it around, and we'll just throw it up in here. Friend, so we always do that. Okay, like so. Make sure we get these brush hairs out, as always. And then throw on trunk. Just take some white, some birch skin. Take a little tiny one. Let's go in the middle. Just tap. You can kind of see it. Maybe you can see it there. Okay, I just got to straighten up the tops. That's one thing I've got to do here. So, spoken with my shaky hand. Okay, right there. Same thing. Just get a little sharp point at the top. Always try to get some pointy trees. Fan brush. I actually will switch to a different one that I'll use for a light color. So I'll use yellow and that liquid black that was there. So I'll make it a little darker because if you go in with straight green or yellow, you get a dark green. But this should be a little bit not as crazy looking. Same way with this one back here. Like so. Add little bushes there at the bottom. Maybe. Do we? Nah. I'll just add in some. Well, maybe we'll do something like this. Little bright spot here in the corner. These are a little too, sticking out too much. Okay. All right. Maybe, no. It's like I want to put a rock or something in. You know what? You know what we can do? Instead of rocks. Rocks and bushes. I think you know. You throw in a little cabin. Because I think that would be a good spot for them. Nice little cabin area over here. Okay. Wasn't planning to do one, but, you know, sometimes you don't plan. Sometimes you just go in, change your mind. Alright, I'm just throwing in the dark colors here. General cabin shapes. Alright. We'll have some there in the back as well. Pull this down. Just get it straight as possible. Okay. Then we'll come up here, tap on the top, tap on this side, and then we'll grab a little bit more paint, and we will just pull down and to the left. Just like that. Okay. Okay. We gotta give it a little highlight color. Which we can use the same brown that we used for the tree trunks there. We can do that here. Just come in, go straight down. Same thing over here. And then, now we go all the way to the back. Something like so. On the top, maybe we can do a red cabin. I haven't done one of those in a while. They always look pretty nice. Red shingles. So to do that, I'll throw my bright red here. Top of my trash can just fell off. That's okay. There. Let's do the tappy red roof here. Grab some more red. And the same over here. Like that. And then you just come in and tap a little bit more. Wherever. Oh, we forgot the door. Can't have a cabin without the door. So I just knew we'd get it. There. Let's use our midnight black for that. Very easy. Just gonna throw in a rectangle here. Like so. Wipe the paint off with your palette knife. Come back in with some, very little bit of white. Just tap around the sides. Makes it stand out a little bit more. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be too much. Now we'll go grab. That's the highlight brush that we were using. And just tap around the bottoms. Straighten them out a bit. And then we can add in a little path here to get into the cabin. This. Make sure you're swooping up and to the left or right. It gives it the depth. And then we grab this one. A little bit more white here. We just go over top. little bit more of the yellow. Push it into the sides. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. There we go. So there's our little first big painting in a very long time. Hopefully that went okay. I got another pair of canvas here. Let's see what time. That one took about 40 minutes, and we got time. Well, we got plenty of paints too, so I might as well do one more. I don't have anything else to do until 4. It's about a half hour. So. Let's grab white. This is just liquid white and bright red. Just give a little signature. Just like we used to on the big canvases. Put the date as 25. 2025. There we go. Back to my roots, as they say.